Hello. So it's been quite a while since I went on live, and I say that like every time now, but it's true. Um, I've been really staying to myself these past couple months or so, cause just some things. Well, a lot of things aren't meant to for everyone to know. Cause a lot of people out there wish you ill will. Um, stuff like that. And for a while, I thought people are going to experience their own life lessons. People are going to go through life and see their own perspective. And I just kind of lost sight or the point of sharing, of expressing my mind out loud, I guess, to say. And just the other day, I was telling my friend this, and they said, but this is how we relate to people. This is how we form deep bonds, is through sharing our experiences and our insights and our wisdom with each other. And that re-inspired me again. So here I am talking about my life on here. Um, I had I had wanted to come on here quite a few times to like share my integrations and my journey, but I just thought I don't know, I just lost motivation, or that the chispa, the spark. But I'm back, back again, and I have to remind myself why I do these things. It's like not for attention or publicity, or sympathy, anything. Is to inspire and to let people know they're not alone in things they feel in and experiencing. So to just re-center myself in that purpose. I don't even remember last time I came on here and what I talked about. But I've been through quite the journey in the last 3 months. I lost a lot of friends, physically and mentally, but never spiritually. um, had a lot of internal shifts. I am currently Bicho. Yeah, dogs. I'm currently reevaluating some limiting beliefs. Um, to open up to receiving a miracle. I'm currently reintegrating, reevaluating the power of my words and what I'm giving my attention to. Some mention of a single point focus and the power that holds between manifesting. And speaking of manifesting, like, I don't know how to say it, the other side or deeper understanding or level to manifesting, because it's like a lot of people have this concept or belief of manifesting being like, you gotta manifest your husband, you gotta manifest this and manifest that, and oh, it just appears, and oh, and blah blah blah. My understanding now is manifesting, how I say this, everything that you are or desire is already yours. What is yours, and it has always been yours since the beginning of time. You just gotta get on the same frequency and of it and claim it. Like, you already have it, so embody that, and that is manifesting. Because it's like this whole Christian thing of manifesting is manipulation, and it is, but it's not like so I went through this journey of uh, learning more about Christianity because I consider myself an omniist. I'm trying to see if I could like put my phone down or like what the situation with this is. Okay, yeah, there we go. What was I saying? Alright. It's like watching the stars earlier, it's really pretty. What was I saying? Manifesting, how yeah, I'm omni, so I like listen to each religion, but I don't call myself a Christian, I don't call myself a Buddhist, I don't call myself Muslim, Jewish, anything. I just learn from each religion and I integrate it. So, to my understanding, a lot of things can be taken as a metaphor, such as devils or the demons or Satan and stuff like this. Like, literally, it's just a metaphor for evil, if you want to call it that. It's not like a physical body. It's literally manipulation. It's literally deception. It is, yeah, I'm feeling like I'm repeating myself, but basically it's not a physical thing, is what I'm trying to say. And while they consider manipulation evil or the devil's work, it's like, yeah, it could go both ways, you know. There's two sides to the same coin type thing. Anyway, I don't know. There's just been so much going on in my life lately that I've been revisiting, relearning, reintegrating. And yeah, just letting life be my teacher and just trying to be as present as I possibly can, because all this could be gone tomorrow in the blink of an eye. And I don't just mean like your life or my life. I mean everything, the whole earth, all of humanity could all be gone just like this. Like these talks of the solar flares and the cataclysm. I believe in it, and I've felt this for quite a while now, just the restart of the world by floods and natural disasters and the cataclysm. And it's not like I'm paranoid about it or like worried or anything. It's like this is nature. This is God's plan, God's divine plan, and it has been all along. And honestly, the world needs a reset. It needs a reset. And there's this game called The Last of Us, and it's about like a zombie apocalypse, and it's like widespread, wipes out. It's very deadly, basically. And throughout this apocalypse, you see time and life unfolding, and a lot of humans turn into some gnarly stuff, and it's just like it made me question, okay, so if this were actually to happen for real, if there is like this huge outbreak and humanity's on the last of its end, would I want to survive? Would I want to fight for my life? Would I want to be a survivor? Would I want to live in this world where there's evil people, like evil evil people doing fucked up things? And it's like, no, I wouldn't. It's like, do I want humanity to be saved? It's like, I don't know if it's my faith in humanity or just because I've seen some stuff I can't unsee, and or just, I'm not sure. But it's like, would you want to live in a world where there's how I say it, like, would you want to live in a world where it seems like there's just a lot of evil people and there's no good left in the world, seemingly so, where you can't really trust anybody? To me, that doesn't sound like living at all. I've been surviving my whole damn life, and I'm tired of surviving, you know? So for there to be this whole big catastrophic event you gotta prepare for and, like, survive is like, know myself, I'm a fighter. I know I'm a fight, for my life, but it's like, at the end of the day, if this is gonna be an apocalypse, do I want to be in this survivalist mentality again? Not really, no. But at the end of the day, it's like sometimes it's bigger than ourselves, and we have to put ourselves aside and think of the greater good. Alright. But then another part of me is like, I'm honestly ready to die at any moment, honestly. Because this is all just a dream. It's a beautiful dream, a beautiful, twisted, horrible, wonderful dream. That's just the whole mystery that we think we know, and then we do know, but then we don't know. you know? So, yeah, there's a lot I could talk about right now. I guess what's alive for me in my heart right now, I'm thinking about all the ones I've lost within the last 3 months. Like, my whole life my whole foundation of my life has been built upon the foundation of loss. Of grief. As a lot of us are. And 3 months ago, I lost my friend, my good friend. He was like becoming like my best friend, and he had passed. He's on the other side with spirit. A month later, I adopted a kitten. She's also with the spirit. Had been talking to this guy for 7 months. Never met him in person, just always through the phone. Became extremely close with him. Was my best friend. Recently found out he has some traumas and things he needs to work on that I'm not willing to stick around for. Done with that toxic, abusive cycle. So I had to bid him farewell, wish him the best. Lost him as a friend. And I'm still going through waves of grief dealing with my birth parents, dealing with my adoptive parents who are, I think they're still alive, facing all these emotions and trying to release and let go and embrace and accept and all that good stuff. And just blessing them, praying for them, wishing them well, when I'm really just blessing and praying for myself, praying for my own healing, because I need it, like a lot of people do. And yeah, just accepting the fact how I feel, like that I'm angry at my adoptive parents for not being good parents, that I'm sad at the fact that I did not have the best parents, and just going through all the motions, and it comes to a point where it turns into suffering, and it becomes a trauma loops, and it's good to feel your emotions when they come up, but it's like when you hold that vibration and indulge in it for too long, that's when it becomes suffering, and that's not so necessary. So yeah, I had a very powerful mushroom ceremony for my friend's birthday, and I had one of my biggest ego deaths I had in quite some years with it. And I just really felt, and I was there with everyone I lost in spirit, and it's like just this message of like everyone we lost is in spirit, and there's literally no such thing as loss or scarcity. It's an illusion. There's literally no such thing as lack. So it's like this whole concept of loss, like what you lose wasn't really yours in the first place, and what you lose is always there in spirit, like always, always, always. And yeah, just restoring my faith in God, trusting God, putting God first, because God is going to supply me. It's like I'm learning or relearning, my money isn't going to come from a person or a thing. It's going to come from God. God is my eternal supply, you know? And I guess I can understand the stigma with this word God that some people have. I was raised, not really like hardcore raised, but like my parents were Catholic and I went to church here and there, but they didn't really believe in it. They just thought they should believe in something. So I don't really have such like a stigma with religion and all these things, but it's like when I say God, I'm not referring to anything religious or biblical or anything like that. It's like God as the creator, the ultimate source, that higher power that brings you to your knees because you're nothing. You know? Yeah. The God you bow to out of humility, the God that you only have in the face of deepest pains and pits of your life, that God. Because it was just me and God for a good 3 months. Just crying, yelling, screaming, asking why, what's the point of life, all these things, you know. It's like when you're in this place of deep, deep suffering, all you have is the Grand Spirit, you know. Yeah. And you're just in this space of prayer and surrender. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I don't even know what to say. There's just been so much happening in life. I guess, I was questioning with my one friend. He was being very manipulative and like gaslighty. I don't want to like just throw that term out there, but like he was definitely gaslighting me. And it's a form of emotional abuse, you know. And I thought to myself, I love this person so much, and they're showing me their ass right now. Do I accept it? It's like, just because I accept something doesn't mean I have to tolerate it, you know. And I did mention it to him, and it wasn't received well, and he's like not receptive of this blind spot. So it's like, okay, this is a stalemate. What can I do? Nothing. But it got me questioning, like, reevaluating what am I willing to accept in a relationship? What am I willing to stick around for and tolerate? Or, you know what I mean? Like, because nobody's perfect, and nobody's all love and light, even if they want to be or claim to be. Nobody is. And I was just re-examining, like, should I look past this and continue this friendship if this guy's manipulating me and is not receiving me telling him what he's doing, you know? And the answer was like, no, let that go. All the work we're going to do is energetical anyway. So he may not be here physically, but in spirit, with both here, both doing the work. In theory. So it's like reintegrating what a loving, healthy relationship is. And love isn't confusing. Love won't have you guessing your reality. Love won't have you questioning and doubting yourself, you know? And I realized, like, I'm tired of being manipulated. I'm tired of the deception. I'm tired of the emotional abuse. I'm tired of this of these games. I'm tired. And I deserve better, you know? It's like, I don't need these people in my life. I know they're not perfect. I send them love, I send them blessings, but I don't need this frequency, this vibration in my life. Because the people you closest with become you and are you, or most like you, the most reflective of you. And I don't want to be reflective of that. And I acknowledge my own toxic traits. I acknowledge where I fucked up with other people. And I'm learning from that moving forward. I know I have toxic traits. I'm not fucking perfect. I'm not claiming to be right in any situation. I just know what's right for me in the situation. And it ain't that. So, yeah. I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm healing. I'm being, you know. And it's like, I don't know, man. I'm just looking at myself right now and seeing how much I've grown just in the past 3 months, in the past year, in the past 2 years. What the fuck? That's so amazing. I'm proud of myself, man. I don't say that lightly. And it takes a lot of accountability. It takes a lot of looking at yourself and being honest with yourself to grow and like to mature, you know. And I was looking at this one belief. What was it? If I go to become rich, it's okay, and if I don't, that's also okay. And I strongly believe that. And actually, it shouldn't be that way. It's like, I don't want to be complacent, because if I'm complacent, that means I'm not growing, you know? And to be rich means to be rich in your consciousness. And I want to be rich in my consciousness. I want to expand. I don't want to be complacent and just be like, oh, if the wind blows that way, then it's okay. But if it stays there, then it's okay. No, man. Make that shit blow. And it's like, there's a balance to everything, you know? You don't want to like push yourself too much. But you also don't want to sit still for too long, you know? But I was doing this limiting belief thing, and I'm just like, I had no idea subconsciously that all this was even there. And it's crazy how deep you can go in your subconscious. It really is. Like, a really big belief that I notice a lot of people have around money is most people probably did something bad or dishonest to get their money. And I noticed that was like my biggest, yeah, I got you, man, I'm gonna post it. But I noticed that's a lot of people's biggest core belief about money. And I believe that. Like, that was like number 9 at a, like, there's a scale of 1 to 10. And 10 is like, I believe this, and 1 is like, I don't believe this at all. So, this belief I just read, this was a 9 on my scale. And then what you're supposed to do is write the opposite, and then write, this is a limiting belief because. So, most people probably did something bad or dishonest to get money. And this is so untrue, because when I had a lot of money, I didn't do anything bad or illegal. I just was in a vibration of peace, love, and acceptance internally. And people can have loads of money with good hearts and pure souls. Like, there is a universal divine law. I don't know how to say, like, in Lakota language, it's Wonkan Tonkan, which means the sacred connection between giving and receiving. And it is karmic, cosmic law. If you give purely without expecting anything back, you're gonna get that back tenfold. No matter if it's money, if it's food, if it's clothes, if it's like something small, it's gonna return to you tenfold. That is a law. But the thing is, like, it has to come from a pure place. You can't do it and expect something back, because that means you're not truly giving. And that's where a lot of people fuck up. Because they're like, oh, well, if I give you this, then that means I'm gonna get this back. That's not how it works. So, for example, like, a big reason, or like a big thing that shifted my belief in this. Oh, a lot of people are joining. I think, or joined. And so what the big belief that shifted my view on this was realizing, okay, a lot of, it's, okay, how I say this? A lot of people probably did something bad or dishonest to get their money. At one point in my life, I had almost $20,000 in the bank and it just literally fell in my lap, and I did not do anything bad or illegal to get it. So what had happened, I felt a very deep call to drink some plant medicine 4 years ago. Went to go on this ayahuasca retreat, had the deepest metamorphical healing experience of my life. And I came back and I said, okay, I want to live in Ecuador. How am I going to do that? Well, I need shelter, food, and stability. How am I going to get that? I'm working as a self-employed delivery driver for Grubhub and, food delivery apps. Not really making ends meet. I decided to buy a TEFL certificate course to, become an English teacher online so I can secure a job working abroad. That didn't work, so I'm just praying and wondering, how am I gonna pull this off? I never lived abroad, don't speak Spanish, don't know anybody there. How am I gonna do this? I just know and feel so deeply in my spirit and my soul, I want to and I am going to do this. And I just have deep visualizations and feelings of already being there, because I already have it. That's the key, the goal. And on top of that, I was in a very pure, clean vibration of internal peace, love, and acceptance. I released a lot. I healed a lot. I let go of a lot of emotions. I felt it and I let it go. And I feel like that was a huge key into me receiving a shit ton of money. So I'm driving home one day from my friend's house, and it's winter, and there's, black ice, and I'm driving on the highway. I'm cocky because I drive a lot. I slip on the ice, and my car spins and spins and spins on the highway. One car hits me from behind. We're both okay. Somehow the traffic comes rushing in after we pull over safely. That could have been so bad. I thought my life was over. We were both okay. My car was totaled. Her car was not totaled. And I thought, fuck. I drove a Toyota Prius at the time. These cars cost a good amount of money. And I thought, well, great. What am I gonna do? I was planning on either selling this car or renting it out to a friend so I can get passive income or something. And now it's totaled. So luckily, the car's payments was paid in full. I was financing the car, it was paid off, and I had full coverage insurance. I get a call one day. I'm still doing my little visualization, still focusing on the goal, still working hard to try to save up all the money I had. Get a call one day from the insurance lady. She said, yeah, your car is totaled, you paid off everything, so you get reimbursement of $11,000. I said, what? Never heard that amount of money in my life. I said, what? She said, 11,000. It's is that too little? I said, no. And looking back, I probably could have negotiated and got more money, but at the time, that's exactly what I needed. I said, what? Thank you so much. COVID hit. The government was handing out PUA, pandemic unemployment assistance. It was $500 a week. I was paying my friend $80 to file it for me. And over time, I almost had $20,000. Because I released stagnant energy, stagnant emotions. And I was in this high frequency vibration of internal peace, of internal love. Something had shifted in me internally. And that is why I had a lot of money. And that is why this limiting belief is bullshit. Now, of course, there are people who do a lot of raunchy stuff to get a lot of money. But at the end of the day, this is a limiting belief. This is not true. And I know this because I experienced it firsthand. So I realized, like, okay, a lot of people think this belief that's not true. And this is why a lot of people subconsciously aren't rich. My one friend was saying, like, my one friend kind of brags to me a lot that he has a lot of millionaire friends, like, all the time, and he's, like, constantly doing releasing work to manifest a lot of money, or not manifest, receive a lot of money. And he's always telling me these things. He's like, yeah, Geely, my one millionaire woman friend said, like, everyone could be a millionaire. In my mind, I'm thinking, that's a load of shit, you know? There's a lot of obstacles in the way to becoming rich, which, as I'm going through these belief systems and I'm revealing more and more of these unconscious, subconscious beliefs I have about money, it's like, this is actually a load of shit. The only reason a lot of people don't have more money than they do is because of their belief system around money and their scarcity lack mentality. And it's probably not their fault, probably passed down from generations to their parents, you know, but it is their responsibility to acknowledge it and fix it. Well, not fix it, like, acknowledge it and rewire their brain, you know? Because when I first came back to Ecuador, what was it? A year ago now? I came from Mexico. I got robbed. I had $800 and I was only planning on staying here for a month. And, you know, things changed. I never left. But I ended up running out of money. And I go through this really deep learning process of literally having 50 cents a week to survive off of, and just seeing the kindness and goodness of people's hearts that I don't even know and never expected to receive help from. But, like, during this process of me literally having no money, which is fucking crazy, I learned a lot about prosperity, and I'm still going through these layers of lack and programming and scarcity, and realizing and reflecting back on, like, where these programmings come from. Like, my adoptive parents are middle class. Is that what you call it? Like, they make money, but the thing is, due to my adoptive mother's trauma, she spends her money on things she doesn't need, like retail therapy. And it's an addiction. And I realize they're, what are they, like 70 now? So they grew up in this generation of during the Great Depression and stuff like this, and their parents, you know what I mean? So they have this whole programming of lack. And I remember, I was just thinking on this the other day. My mom would write down a list of all these groceries, and I'd sit there, watch her write all these groceries down, like a lot. And we had one fridge and cupboards. And she'd always be worried we're not going to have enough food. And she'd always keep our fridge, freezer, and cabinets stacked with food, like processed food that's not going to expire. Stacked. It's like, you need to, like, it's like a puzzle. You can't fit shit in. But in her mind, we don't have food. We don't have money. Which is fucking crazy. Because then sometimes she'd have to sit in the kitchen and throw out old food because we didn't touch it. Or we needed more space for more food when she was claiming that we didn't have food. What you see this thought process and how it's passed down? Like, I remember this when I was young, this programming. Like, little stuff like that. It's crazy. So, just to remind myself, I'm not there anymore. And, you know, that's not the case, you know. I'm blessed to be living somewhere where there's fresh air, fresh food that's not full of, well, to my knowledge, full of bullshit like in America, and, you know, sun every day, the river flowing. It's very abundant, beautiful land down here, and it's like, I don't know how poverty consciousness is such a thing, you know. I remember my very first water fast. I did a 3-day water fast. I think in 2021. And it was winter, and I was living in Philly, and I was working Grubhub, which is food delivery. And I was water fasting, and I was on day 3 of my fast. And I remember going to this free event. Somebody had invited me to a free event cookout where he was like cooking a bunch of food. This chef was cooking a bunch of food to help people who needed food, and he had invited me personally. So I pulled up after my little Grubhub job, and I said, well, listen, I'm water fasting now, but I would really love some food for after. This looks amazing. So I had like a bag or two full of this food, and I gave him like $5 because it was donation based. And he said, yeah, take it. I said, okay, no problem. Made it to 72 hours of my fast. And I was so excited to have my first smoothie. And I fucked up and I chowed down as soon as my fast was over. And I felt so terrible. Such a common mistake. But when I was at the event, everybody was eating. And this one girl, I remember this one young lady, she heard I was water fasting and she was pissed at me. She was so mad. She said, you're water fasting? Wait, so you haven't eaten in 3 days? Like, on purpose, intentionally? And she said to me, there were nights when I was little when I didn't have food. And you're doing this on purpose. She just didn't understand. And I understand where she's coming from, but it's like, I can see how angry she was. That it's like, I'm purposely not eating on purpose. Like, it's something she could not comprehend. And I understand that, but at the same time, it's like, I wish she understood what I was doing it for. It's like, I don't know, the world's about perspective, you know? And I think about this woman from time to time, because I didn't say anything to her. I just let her be her, say what she had to say and leave. It's like, I didn't have time to explain to her, like, listen, this is for spiritual purposes, you know? I'm not doing this to just fucking do it for no reason. Like, there's a very strong intention behind what I'm doing. There's even more than just physical health benefits. I'm not doing it because I want to lose weight. That is like the furthest reason from why I'm doing it. I'm actually trying to gain weight, shorty. It's like, it's rapid reprogramming of the cells. It's spiritual reasons. It's overcoming gluttony. It's deeper than health reasons for me. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, this thing about collective consciousness and doing the work or doing the healing. I don't even know if I like calling it work anymore, because it's like, work is implying like, I don't know, it just doesn't sound so appealing. Or what's the saying? You gotta fix yourself. You gotta heal yourself. It's like, well, fixing myself implies that I'm broken, and I'm not broken. I might feel like I'm broken sometimes, but in my origins, I'm far from broken. And that goes for all of us, you know? So, yeah, this is just a small peek into the journey currently. And also, you know, allowing myself to feel these waves of grief, but not attaching myself too much to it. Like, I think it's really crazy what some people say to you when you're grieving. And I understand some people do it to comfort you, you know, but sometimes some things people say do the exact opposite, you know? Like, it's extremely insensitive. But it's like, until you've lost somebody that you really love, you don't understand this pain. And I remember when I was in 9th grade, this girl had lost her mother suddenly, I think it was a hit and run. She was out jogging one day, and the car hit and run her, and she died. And the girl came back to school 2 weeks later, and she was crying in the class. And it was driver's ed. It was so ironic. We were in driver's ed class together, and she started crying. And I heard people whispering and talking and gossiping in the back, and they're like, man, her mom died 2 weeks ago. She should get over it. And at the time, like, I didn't lose anybody like that. I didn't know. But looking back now and like going through all of I went through in life, I'm like, wow. People just don't get it until they get it, you know? We got this, family. Thanks for your authenticity and for showing up with vulnerable things with such strength. Thank you. I feel that. Thank you. Yeah. 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 And I'm noticing with this water thing. Stoop! Yeah, I'm noticing with this water thing, I was meditating on it. I'm thinking, okay, how can I get this money? So I have two people that come into my mind that are potential investors, because I don't have family to support me. I don't have I just got rid of this one friend who would have supported me, but it's like, I don't think I want his support anymore. So it's like, I have two potential friends that if I talk to about this, maybe they'll invest in me, and maybe they'll tell their millionaire friends about it, and maybe they'll invest. Because it's like, yeah, I understand why this is a multi-billion business. Like, everybody needs water. And I remember learning about dead water, or the consciousness of water, a few years back, and I was like so into it. I'm like, okay, I need reverse osmosis water, I need distilled water, and like all I drank at one point in my life for years was water. And then I started tasting water. I know some people can't taste the difference in water, or they don't like the taste of water. It's because you're drinking shitty water, man. That's like point blank period. Point blank period. What's good, Stoop? Yeah. And yeah, so I had personally went on this journey with finding pure water, and as sad or as challenging or as it shouldn't be, you know, real water drinkers know. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's we shouldn't have to do this. We should not have to do this, and it's unfortunate we do. And like here in Ecuador, they call it I live in a place where it's called the Valley of Longevity, and they say it's because of the water. When I found out about Kangen water, Kangen water, it changed my life. I can never drink dead water again. Exactly. And what was I going with this? When I lived in the States in Philly, there's this place like holistic grocery stores. And they had reverse osmosis with like UV lights and like distilled water for like 30, even in Hawaii they have that, like for like 30 cents or something like that. And I remember pulling up every time, and that's the only water I would drink. I was so stubborn with that for a good reason. But yeah, and then I like put it in the glass, and then I stick it in the sun, and then I just cradle it and go, you know. So, yeah, but I don't know. I haven't been on my water game like that, because it's like the water here is allegedly so pure, but even here the water is poisoned, you know. But the water is very pure here because it comes from the valley. It's like the mountains, the waterfalls, the rivers. And this one river, the cleanest river in town, it's what is it? Capamaco. They say you can just drink from the river, which is like, I have done that before, and it's like, oof. The water here is amazing, but at the same time, it's like, you gotta be a little careful because of like the parasites and all that. But yeah, lately I just been drinking a lot of tea, and just like boiling my water, because parasites is a problem here. But it's not the same, you know, and I can taste the difference. But yeah, got that water game. Yeah. Yeah. And it's crazy because one ayahuasca ceremony, my mentor asked me to ask the medicine what herb is the ultimate herb for healing or to cure. What herb will cure all illness? That's what you wanted me to ask the medicine. So I did. And I got the answer. It's not a herb. It's like you just speak blessings into your water and that will heal you. And I'm like, oh wow, shit. Like, that's a powerful message. And so, yeah, water is alive, water can hear us. And it's like, right now, there's water in the air. Like, you can't see it, but there's water in the air, you know? It's listening. And I don't know if some people know about this thing called the rice experiment. Some people don't. It's where you take 3 jars of rice, dry rice. You put it, no, was it dry? Sorry, you take 3 jars of cooked rice. You label 1 jar love, label 1 jar like just neutral, nothing. Label the other jar hate. So for like, I don't know, like a week or something, 30 days, you speak loving words and vibrations into the love jar. You leave the neutral jar of rice alone, and you just spew venom and hate into the hate rice jar. And then you're gonna see the love jar is like alive and flourishing and has good energy. The neutral jar is just like hasn't changed at all. And the jar labeled hate is like dying and moldy and rotten. It's like, this is a proven experiment. Like, this is the power of words, the power of water, the power of vibration, of sound. And like I was saying earlier, like, I'm revisiting the power of word. So there's this channel I found on YouTube called the Master Key Society, and they have free audiobooks. And there's this 2 books that I just recently listened to called The Game of Life and How to Play It. And then the sequel to that one was called Your Word is Your Wand. Yeah, Your Word is Your Wand. And in these books, they talk about gems. Gems, I'm telling you. You gotta listen to it. And it, like, I just keep receiving this message through people, through my phone, through just messages, you know, about single point focus and the power of your word, because you create whole worlds with your word. And like to quote the Bible, I think the first thing in it, or like the main thing it was saying, is in the beginning there was word. It's like literally nothing can sprout without word. So it's like, if you keep saying you don't have money, or you keep saying, you know, all these things, yeah, that's where you're gonna be. But if you keep saying, like, speaking life and light, you know, that's what it's gonna be. And I'm not saying like be naive or anything like that. Just like be grounded in your world and your intention and your word, but at the same time, like, realize the power your word holds. Like, it's powerful. Like, for people who have been like emotionally abused, or like have had something really, really mean said to them by someone they love, that should stick with you. That should stick with you for a long time. And it gets into your subconscious and affects your core beliefs. That's powerful, you know? So I'm really just sitting here, mainly in silence. Like, when I'm in public, I like lose the desire to say anything because I don't have anything to say. And it's like, I just listen to some people talking. It's like pointless. I don't want to say pointless, because like it take energy. It take energy to listen to someone. It take energy to tell something to somebody, you know. And if you're not making use with each and every word, it's a waste of energy, you know. So yeah. Yeah, okay. What else? I think that's about it. What I talk about. Yeah, just trying to be as present as I can. And I notice I have like this phone addiction because I just want to distract myself. But it's like trying to limit and not limit, trying to balance it. The Master Key Society, the game of life and how to play it. Your word is your wand. Okay. I also love the book named Conscious Language. That sounds good. You know what? Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. Okay. Wow. So the other day, my friend is telling me about all these books he read. Like he read multiple books, but he concised it into this one like thesis. Wait, what is it called? Conscious Language. So there's this website that you can download free PDFs. I can send it to you if you want. Conscious Language. But there's this other book called The Root of Evil, something like that. And in this book, there's this one section this guy was telling me about. I'm quoting him, so if it's not, it might not be exact. I hope it like communicates what it needs to. But he said there's four spiritual vampire archetypes, and these four archetypes are, oh my god, he said it so clear and it blew my mind. Overthinking, which is like an internal thing. There is, oh my god, I should have wrote this down. Man. Oh, fuck, I don't remember. It was so good. I have to look into this again, but basically he said there's like four archetypes to these spiritual vampirism things. And basically all four archetypes are rooted in the belief of I am not lovable. And it's like all these beliefs, no matter what it is like this core belief in corruption of love, to put it like that. It's like really just the name of the game is coming back to love. It really is. When you take away all the fancy terminology and all the psychology and just strip away all the labels and everything, all of it is about love. And it's beautiful and it's fucked up at the same time. But it's beautiful. Like the stories we hold is so beautiful. And it's like, this is just one big fucked up love story. Honestly, it is. Charlito, Posito, Coquito, Totito. Did I meet you in Maui? I feel like I met you there. Yeah, I was kind of bald-headed at the time. And he was with Ka, Zeno, and what's the other guy's name? He had a boyfriend who like never talked. I forget his name. Yeah. That was what, I was in Maui 2022. That's crazy. That is really crazy. Osmari, that's it. Yeah, he was cool. Shave your head live on stream. I have my hair in a bonnet right now just because I like to keep the heat in. But I don't really plan on shaving my head anytime soon. I'm not gonna say ever again, but it's like I don't really plan on that anytime soon. Like, it's nice. The pros of shaving my head was it was less cool. I mean, it was less hot. Remember when you camped on the beach with us? Stayed at my van. You have a good memory. I probably did camp one time with y'all. I know me and Zeno had our little side events, but never really hit off like that. Hey, yo. Okay, so the cons of me shaving my head was everyone thought I was a guy. I did not like it. I did not like it, and I did not like it. So I was coming out of the parking lot in Walmart one time, and I had like this baggy shirt, and my head was like almost not bald, but it's like it was buzzed. And I don't wear makeup, I don't wear jewelry. I wasn't at the time. And this guy comes up to me, he says, "Hey man, can I get $1?" And I'm just looking at this guy. I said, "I'm a woman." He said, "Oh, can I get $1?" I said, "No, man." No. Yeah. Funny, man. But yeah, a lot of people thought I was a guy. Like, I don't know. It's like, just because I don't wear jewelry, because I don't wear makeup, because I don't wear clothes that reveal my figure. But yeah, that was annoying. I did not enjoy that. So, no. No, thank you. Yeah, I really enjoy having my long hair. Oh man, well right now I could slightly show you. I got braids in. I braided my hair right now. I don't know if you could really see it, but I have a candle burning. I don't know. I don't want to like burn my hair again. I don't know, but yeah, I got it in braids right now. Yeah. It's like this long. Well, it's without my braids in, my hair is like this long, like past my chest now, and I'm really happy. French braids, it's like, you know, whatever you call this, Dutch braids, French braids. It took me a minute to learn how to do it, and I'm really glad I learned, because it's like, my hair be hot, my hair be an oven, okay? Alright, yeah. But yeah, I don't really want to shave my head again. It was a spur of the moment type thing. It's like, you know, sometimes when you say in ceremony, you just feel like, you know, you need to shave your head. But yeah. But the thing was, my intention, I had locks in before I shaved my head. And my whole intention to get locks was to eventually cut them off, offer them back to the land, and shave my head. And I did just that. And it was great in the moment. And then I had to deal with the consequences for a year after. So, yeah. So, yeah. I just got a new tattoo. I don't know if you can see it. Like, I understand these girls who get married and they get rings, because I'm like, oh, wow, so cute. So I got my mother's name, in Chinese on my ring finger. It turned out really nice. I don't know if this camera's doing it justice, but um, there we go. Yeah, it means summer, and it's pronounced Sia. I can't really see the accent too well. I know it's shameful, but every ceremony, I feel like I want to shave it all off, but I'm a bid listener. You also a bad typer. But yeah, I get these urges sometimes, but then I just remember it's an urge. And to remember how long it takes to like actually grow your hair back, and your hair is luscious, I don't think you should shave it. But yeah, I forget who was it that said they wanna take all of their friends' hair and put it in their lock, which was like, it's endearing and sweet, but at the same time it's kind of gross and like energetically filthy in my opinion. But do you know, I don't remember who said that. I'm really trying to remember who said that, like. People are fucking crazy, man. But yeah. But yeah, right now where I'm at with my life and most of my relations, I'm just trying to bless thy enemy. You know what I mean? Because it's like holding in all this energy and anger and grudges is not good. It's makes people sick, you know? So right now I'm really just trying my best to bless all those who have hurt me, and I'm forgiving myself for all those who I've hurt, cuz you know, we all in this game and agreeing to play these rules. I'm not agreeing to play these characters, you know. So, yeah, I went through this big thing with karma. What computer guy? You don't wait. You don't know about that one. Computer guy? You mean the guy I gave my laptop to? Is that what you mean? But anyway, this thing about karma. I have this book called Salika Sutta, and it talks about karma, as they call it. And it tells stories of people receiving karma throughout lifetimes. So, for example, there's this one story that stuck with me that goes something along the lines of there was a guy who murdered somebody's firstborn child, and the mother or the father of that child said to the murderer, in your next life I will kill your firstborn child. So they both die. The murderer gets reincarnated into a lesser animal, like a chicken, and then the person who lost the baby gets reincarnated into like a dog or something, like, for example. So the dog, the chicken lays an egg, and it's like these eggs are its chicklets or chicks. The dog eats the egg to get revenge from last lifetime. So the chicken reincarnates into a bigger animal, and the dog reincarnates into a smaller animal. And it goes in this cycle, and they're just getting revenge lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And so eventually one of them has to find forgiveness or just let it go, you know, or else they're gonna get reincarnated lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, getting revenge on each other. So it talks about, like, you know, they say karma is action. It's not consequence, it's action. And a lot of people mistake karma like as a punishment or, you know, consequences you've done. It's nothing like that, you know. It's not like, well, you reap what you sow, basically. So where was I going with this? Yeah, I don't even remember. But basically it's like this thing, it's a journey of forgiveness, basically. I don't even remember what I was trying to go with there. But what about the computer guy, the laptop fixer? Santiago? Oh, is that why you is that why you mentioned him? Okay, I thought I had told you what happened. So I had went to pick my laptop up finally from him, and it had taken him 7 months to get my fucking screen fixed. And I owed him $45 or something like that, because he just didn't have change. He said, pay me when you get the rest, like, pay me when, you know, the business is done. So I said, okay, cool. 7 months go by. That is fucking unheard of. Peace. 7 months go by. That's unheard of. He fixes my laptop. Just here, causing confusion. Yeah. Well, if you're gonna leave, I don't know what the point of telling the story is, but long story short, I get my laptop back, and he wants me to pay the remaining $45 after he took 7 months to fix my laptop. I said, 1, are you crazy? 2, you take 7 months to fix my laptop, and you still want to charge me $45. three, I understand you getting it from a third party company, and it's not your fault for shipping to take that long, but it is your fault, it is your responsibility for keep going back to this company that is not reputable and that sends you broken parts. And it's like that you are responsible for trying to buy a third party company because it's cheaper, and you're trying to profit off of what I give you to buy the part. That's your responsibility. So when I said that, he's like, you know what? You could take it. It's your karma if you could just walk out. You could just go and not pay me. That's your karma. It's like, no, actually that's your karma. Okay, bye. Cuz later I find out he has a bad reputation, and he's actually stolen like thousands of dollars from one of my friends here at the community. So yeah. Yeah. My laptop's still working. I still have it. I was just doing some work on it a while ago. So yeah, that's the story of the laptop. And he is currently living in another city because he has such a bad reputation here. And yes, I do. I do like where I'm living right now. But I have a strong feeling to travel. Like, I really want to see my home country. And yeah, so right now I'm just releasing limiting beliefs I have around money, so a miracle can come again and I can travel. Yeah, I'm starting to feel home. I just had a mushroom ceremony here, and it made me feel more homey here. So yeah, I'm enjoying where I'm at. Cause it can be gone literally any second. So I'm just appreciating, taking it in. Sometimes it gets really hot here. Sometimes the dogs are annoying. Sometimes the gardeners water the garden too much at early in the morning, but we talk and then he fixes it. So yeah, my landlord is nice. I feel like I live in a sanctuary. I don't feel like, I don't know, all my doors and windows are open right now. I don't feel like unsafe, you know. It's pretty good security. So yeah. Yeah. I hear you're gonna go to Peru in August. Are you coming to Ecuador? Yeah. Yeah. Are you coming to Ecuador, Uncle Charlie? This is so weird. Just like FaceTiming myself. This is like, yeah. No. We stop. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I would really like to, travel before the world goes to shit. So, yeah. It would be nice. Yeah. Because it's like, I love it here. I feel home here. But at the same time, it's like, okay, I feel like it's time to move again, And then come back and appreciate it even more. Week 9 of work straight. What are you doing now? You still doing the drone job? Is that what you were doing last time? Yeah. Hanging in there. Not going Jackie Chan on people. Yeah. Ooh. 3 to 4. Yeah. That's crazy. Drone. Yeah. Yeah, I was really doing really good with my photography business around the time you left. But then I guess summer is low season and barely anybody's here, so it's been really slow. And I just been getting by the grace of God somehow. So, but yeah, at one point it was like really overwhelming because I was like booking so many photo shoots, and since then I've increased my price a lot because I'm just valuing my work and myself a lot more, and my time and my energy and my craft that I've been doing for a decade now. So, and people actually have booked my shoots since I raised my price, and I like would have never thought. And I want to see if I can advertise my photography in Hawaii because I can charge a lot more in Hawaii, like thousands of dollars for a shoot in Hawaii. So my friend had suggested that I post an ad, like advertising for my photography services, and get people to pay deposit so I can, get the money to fly out and all these things. And like that's actually not a bad idea, you know. So I just have to that's what I have to ask my friends if they could add me back in the Hawaii groups so I could advertise my services. Yes. Yeah. Like navigating through this business world as a independent entrepreneurial businesswoman. But dealing with some grief, I put a lot of things on pause, but now I'm like, all right, I need to focus again and get my life in order to move the energy around and stuff. So yeah, it's just a matter of remembering everything is energy and everything can be over really soon, so just enjoy. So yeah, that's it. How long have I been talking? An hour and 11 minutes. So let's end it at 1:11:11. Sounds good. All right, keep expanding.